Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we have assembled once again.
Assembly.
Yeah.
Assembly required, apparently.
I like this kind of talk. I like where this is going. Ladies and gentlemen, we're calling this, I guess we're calling it Wildwood at Home. It might be called Chewing the Gristle.
Ooh.
At some point, I like the sound of that, but I'm here with a majestic human being and stellar interplanetary axeman. Interplanetary. You see what I said there?
Interplanetary, Terry. I'm terrified of the Tories.
Right?
Yes.
Because
yes.
they're always wanting to keep things just the same. And we don't
Just
want
the same.
We want to
Status
shake it up.
quo.
Am I right, Andy?
Status quo? No way. Let's shake it up.
From beautiful McKinney, Texas, as we speak, by way of Evansville, Indiana, we have the majestic Andy Timmons. How the heck are you, my friend?
I'm good, and you've done homework to find out where I hail from in the Midwest.
Well, yeah. You know, I, too, of course, am a Midwesterner.
You are Midwesterner.
Indeed.
You're not really Western, you're not Eastern, you're just mid. You're Midwestern.
Well, my midsection is gaining girth due to the
I'm sporting
COVID experience.
The COVID-15, I know. It's making me make bad choices. Ordinarily,
well,
I would.
Well, there is a stress eating component to it all. Am I right?
I relate to that immensely. Yeah.
One of the things that's been so disturbing about it is that I, over the years, I've had a propensity for breakfast cereals. And if push comes to shove, I'm going to my friend, Captain Crunch. You know what I'm saying?
I love the crunch, okay, but the whole roof of the mouth thing. But last night, it was like I had a cinnamon crunch thing going. And you got the milk left, and before you know it, man, you're in danger of actually having opened the box for the first time and realizing you're going to eat the whole dang thing. So that's, that can be a problem. This is
so you pour the milk in the bowl, and then you eat all the cereal, and you're like, that's a pretty hefty amount of milk left. I'm going to have to finish it off with some more cereal.
We were taught not to waste. I would assume you don't want to waste it.
Exactly. Well, I don't know about you, but when I was growing up, to have sugar cereal in the house was like a once or twice a year thing. And we had to wake up early to see who could get it.
Yeah. And so how many siblings did you have?
I'm the youngest of 7.
Okay. I'm the youngest of 4, but I think in that way we had some similar experience. And it was the same. We always had the bagged cereals, puffed wheat, puffed rice.
Puffed wheat. Yep.
It was a puff. Both of them made your pee smell like it's like almost like it was almost like the asparagus version of cereal. Exactly. For whatever reason. Why? What is that? No other cereal does that. What is?
No, I understand.
I'm glad you guys tuned in. You're getting some very good insight.
Well, you won't hear this in your normal interview.
You're not. Yes, pee smell due to bagged cereals with Greg and Andy.
As you'd be surprised. Of course, when you're doing a live stream, it's like how many times you get asked what kind of strings that you use? And my son, we finally had fiber optic installed yesterday after 3 months of this rigmarole. It took 8 hours to install, and then 2 hours later, it didn't work. So I was absolutely furious. He goes, Dad, when you're doing the live stream tomorrow, anytime someone says, what kind of strings do you use? You just say, AT&T sucks.
That's awesome. Yeah, so it is good to get the deeper bits, the defining parts of our psyche and our upbringing that have formed us and shaped us the way we are.
Yes. Well, let's talk about your majestic. Well, first of all, I'm a huge fan of your guitar playing. You're just so well versed in so many things, so musical, and just such a great person as well. And it's just been so cool to get to know you and be buddies with you over the years. And your career is magnificent.
You're very kind.
Let's talk a little bit about, you got started playing actually in Danger back in the day. And I've been seeing some pictures you've been posting. Yeah. And it's wild. Because, of course, you had the glorious mane.
There was some hair. There might have been some Aussie scrunch or, Aquanet involved.
But I got to tell you a funny story. So a few years back, I don't know how long ago, was maybe 15 years ago or so, I thought to myself, what would be funny? I like to do these little medleys out now and again. I thought, wouldn't it be funny to do a surf version of Donna Lee?
You got to be kidding me.
I find a version of Donna Lee in surf form by Andy Timmons, and it was so unbelievable.
That's insane.
Not only was it played impeccably, but the tone was perfect. It's like, I guess I'm not doing that.
No. Well, okay. Well, back at you because I was listening to a radio broadcast the other day, and Stevie Wonder's "Living in the City" came on.
Oh yeah.
And I was working on tunes. I was going to do a covers gig on I've been doing these live stream gigs, right? You do lots of streaming. I'm trying to do the same thing in some ways to have this avenue to play. And so I had all these cover tunes, and I started to work on it. I said, you know what? I can't do this because I heard you do it. Isn't it funny how you hear somebody do a cover song and all of a sudden you realize I kind of belongs to that guy, even though anybody can do a cover song. They have the right to do a cover song. You did a beautiful version. You were doing the Fender hang with our glorious mutual friend Bill Comiskey.
Oh yeah,
that's how I got to know about your playing back when you started, I guess, working with Fender in some capacity back in the '90s, maybe.
Right. Yep.
But you were I think you were playing through the new G deck or one of
those
Cyber Twin or whatever it was. But you did a version of that song, and it's such a beautiful tune, but it's all about that bridge. And I just remember you just having this beaming look on your face while you played it. So I kind of did, and that's when I texted you. That's why I was thinking about you. I sent you a message of love just because I was thinking about, man, I remember that moment with Greg's like, I'm not going to do that song. It's I associated with you and I don't know if you've played it ever since or maybe it's in your set. I don't know, but it was such a great version.
I literally have not done that tune since then, but we had worked that up because I always loved that song.
Right.
And Ray Riandow and the drummer, Joe Morris, had been playing that tune as in some capacity. So they're like, hey, let's do that Stevie Wonder tune. I'm like, I'm all about it. So
now, was it a vocal? I don't remember. Did somebody sing it that day?
No, we just did an instrumental version.
That's what I remember. But again, that melody, and the chord voicings, and wondering if he might have checked out some Brian Wilson because there was some very Wilson-esque that half diminished chord.
Oh yeah.
Resolving down that half step. That's a all over. God only knows. So I'm always wondering about the path of.
Exactly.
Of the writer and what they may have checked out subliminally or purposefully, what led them to that. Because that was a pretty hip and unusual pop music hang. Obviously, Stevie had so much going on.
Exactly.
I'm not saying, well, he ripped that off from Brian Wilson. I'm not inferring that at all. But I love that, finding little bits of something, but knowing that could have possibly come before, from this.
I understand.
That's the thing. I love that.